I am back once again. Oh my goodness. It has been like what, a whole week? Welcome. Once again, this is Sunday night, which only means one thing that could be going on tonight. This is the greatest thing to happen on Sunday nights. This is the Strong Sheet, where we talk about anything with news, rumors, and New Japan. I am your host, the man with a good head on my shoulders, because I have no next support. I am the Vinny Smooth. Along with me, I have my three co-hosts for the night. I have Mr. Modern Day Mitaraja. Along with him, I have the ruler of all hosts. Third and most important of all, my boy, all the way back from middle school, Mr. Golden Ace. What's going on, y'all?
I'm doing good. Just watching some NCAA basketball right
now. I'm hyped. I'm sorry.
I'm doing better than Isaac because he's not dealing with any savage treachery.
Actually, I welcome treachery because when there's treachery, it gives me a chance to react.
Meanwhile, my mother's in the room, like whispering to herself, "Will this boy shut up?"
Also, Anthony, there's a small WVPW question that you're gonna get asked, and we're gonna save that for Tuesday.
Okay.
We'll save that. I'm saving that because you were mentioned Friday night on Savage Report, and that crowd wants to hear it, but you gotta have Breon present. It's just gotta be there.
Save for Tuesday then. I'll be there with it. For some odd reason, I know what's going to be happening here. How you doing, Jamie? Yes, I don't think he's very sleepy right now, though, Jamie.
No, I am not. I'm wide awake.
Dog, I am wide awake, too. I feel great, dog.
I just put it. I'm good. I just put in my Rosemary Alley DVD, reliving some history, and then.
Hey, Isaac.
Today. Yeah.
Isaac, somebody has a question for you.
Okay.
How do you feel about the New Japan Cup finals?
Here's something. I don't want to.
No, they want to know how you felt about it. Somebody who's seen it. We're not spoiling it because some people haven't seen it yet. But how did you feel about that?
I was satisfied. I was satisfied.
We were 50% right.
There are a couple other people I could see getting it, but I don't think the same result. I don't think the story would match the result. You know what I mean? So I think the person who won it. Let me say this: the person who won it did deserve it. I'll leave it at that. And we're going to get into those details when we cover New Japan later in the show.
Yeah. We got some news stories to cover first. And at the news desk, we have the modern-day Mithal Raja, the Bollywood playboy himself, Mitt, with our news.
Hey, dog, I can't have to be in the Playboy. That just sounds weird.
Okay, fine. The Prince of Smooth Style.
First of all, there's only one Smooth Style in the building, and you're looking at him.
Actually, I'm the king of Smooth Style.
Whoa. No, you are not. I am the king, prince, and fool of Smooth Style. All of the above.
No, you're wrong, buddy. You're the king of Doggy Style, not Smooth Style.
Whoa. First of all, I don't wear purple and gold, okay? Isaac, you probably get that reference.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
My name is not Titus O'Neil, and I do not consider myself an atomic dog. No shots to the Qs out there.
But you got kids at your job. Yo, guys, before we get into that, I do have some results I want to cover tonight. I actually want to cover some house show results, not main roster, but NXT.
Do we have to talk about how EC3 lost to No Way Jose?
Oh, God. No, we're not, that was twice this week, too, by the way. That was twice. But I'm talking about NXT rules. Hey, all the next guys are here. I want to talk about the house show because there's some talent on there that I really feel like we should talk about.
Well, I know one of the guys on there is really good.
But go ahead.
I'm sorry. There's this guy named Brennan Williams on there. Goes by the Sultan of Sith. Follow this guy on Twitter. He wrestled NXT. I've yet to see him on the main on the NXT TV. I'm telling you, the guy is God fortune.
I do want to cover the live house show results though.
Carry on.
All right, Mitt. as we were saying, joking with Anthony aside, we turn the news desk over to you.
Okay. So Eric Bischoff made the news saying talking about potential WWE Hall of Fame induction, and he said, and I quote, "I just don't feel like I'm a peer to those worthy enough." Compare, here I'll read it to you. So basically, Bischoff spoke about his feelings on the potential WWE Hall of Fame induction. I said he doesn't think about it too much outside of this time of the year. He went on to say that he doesn't consider himself to be a peer of wrestling talent that has been enshrined in the Hall of Fame, noting how they have sacrificed compared to what he's done in the wrestling business.
So is he
humble, actually?
Yeah, he sounds like he's being very humble with it. Like, let's be real here. Like, Eric Bischoff is one of those guys who haven't. I know he's going to get a lot of flack for a lot of the things that went wrong when you look at either WCW or even TNA. But at the same time, who do you know in the wrestling business that has done absolutely nothing wrong? I'll wait.
In Vince McMahon logic or in actual?
In your logic.
AC Smooth.
I hate you. So pretty much everybody has done something questionable or just stupid.
Yeah, I mean, dude, nobody's perfect. I mean, shit, look at Vince Russo.
Bro, we're not going to sit here and talk about that guy, bro.
I like Vince Russo, though. I mean, he was a part of the early days of Impact. Blame him for the downfall of WCW, but, you know, when you kind of take the helm of a sinking ship, you kind of, you know.
You sink along with it. But then again, his little matches that he came up with were not a good helping hand.
No, but he tried. He did try. He did some good, but, you know, AOL sold the company out from under him, so there was a creative, bad creative, good creative or not. If you don't
yes, I agree there, Jamie.
I mean, that was a contract on a pole match, and Vince McMahon won.
Let's not infuriate me yet. I'm going to get infuriated soon, so let's not get me mad yet.
All right, Mitt. We're going to get back to you.
So, in other news, Sting said he will only return to the ring if he had offered to fight The Undertaker.
I didn't believe him! We all wanted that match 10 years ago.
Seriously.
Say that last part again, Donovan.
We all wanted that match 10 years ago.
Oh, all right, no. Last 3 words. Just slowly say those last 3 words.
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
I would say you want to say slow words?
10 years ago. It is now 2019. Do you still want to see that match in the state that both men are?
Yes.
Who are you? What have you done with Donovan?
I want an end of an era match because I've seen Sting out for a while. Back in 2006 when he came back and fought Jarrett, he looked absolutely amazing. I think Sting could. I mean, if it's a one-time only thing, I think Sting could do it. I don't know about that.
Hold on, let me do some research real quick. I just need to see something real quick. I just need to see how old this man is. Sting.
He's like 2 years older than Taker.
He's 60.
Jesus Christ.
He is 60 years old.
How old was Flair when he fought Michaels at Mania?
He was 59. Flair was 59.
But here's the difference between Flair and Michaels.
Yeah.
Flair at that time was still working full time. As crazy as that sounds, Ric Flair was working full time at the age of 59. Sting, on the other hand, has not wrestled since 2015. Does it sound accurate?
Yep.
2015, I was preparing myself. Well, that was early. Was that early or late 2015?
That was when you were still doing shows with freaking.
No, I was in band. I hadn't even thought about podcasting at this point.
Yeah, that was when you were still doing shows with your buddies to putting on in the what do they call bedroom brawls with Breon.
Matter of fact, funny thing is, I didn't even know Breon at this point.
Damn.
That's how long ago that was. I met Breon in 2016 or 2017, one or the other.
Okay, we don't need all the love to hear it memes, okay?
You love to hear it. So
like 5.
to see that he's 60, and I just need to see Undertaker real quick because I know he's pretty much up there too.
But Anthony, that's not that Dory Funk still fighting at 70-something years old.
Ask me if I've seen a Dory Funk match in the last 20. And have I ever seen a Dory Funk match at that age? Where's he wrestling in the first? I didn't even know he was still wrestling.
He is in the independent scene somewhere.
Now I just need to go. Now I want to see how it looks.
Are you kidding me? Greg the Hammer Valentine is wrestling.
It was bad enough to watch Conan struggle to do what he needed to do. I mean, they made good work out of what they did, but it was still like Conan was struggling.
I'll say there's also some dude who just had his last match at 79.
Anthony.
Yes.
Anthony. You got to remember, Conan, it's not because Conan's old. It's because Conan had that really bad double kidney surgery back in the early 2000s. That's really what hurt him.
Yeah, and Sting has had a really bad back injury that killed his career.
I mean, if it's a one-off with Undertaker, I think I'd be okay with it. Because I know him and Taker would work. As long as it's not a blood money Triple H versus Taker match, I'm good.
Oh my God! Don't send it to Saudi. You know what? I'm gonna shut up now because the people over there inside the Rib might be listening, and I don't need them getting any ideas. Because they do have a show coming up within the next month or two.
Yeah, I hate to hear it.
Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I have some bad news. Saudi Arabia is coming up soon.
All right. So, Mitt, you want to move on to your last story?
Yeah. And last one, Alberto El Patron Del Rio, whatever you want to call him, say he apologized to Triple H, say the door is open for a WWE return.
No. I don't think you should do it. They don't need that. They don't need that.
I mean, what are you going to do? Have him face Andrade?
Who is this you're talking about?
Alberto Del Rio
did not show up. That's exactly how I feel about him. I wouldn't bring Alberto back if every single one of my superstars were on the injury reserve list.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Face him against Rey Mysterio or Andrade?
No, they're going to bring Austin Aries back and have them fight. Two biggest jackasses in wrestling.
Pretty much.
Austin had a good reason to leave. I wouldn't blame him for not showing it on the DVD.
Somebody said, yeah, bring Alberto and Austin Aries back and they can feud over steak.
First of all, you said who? Austin Aries doesn't eat steak, sir.
Yes, I know. It was a TNA angle that was produced, but they wrote it. Alberto cooked the steak for Austin Aries. It was terrible. It was terrible. This man said they need to bring him back and they need to feud over steak.
Whoever wrote that should never write again.
Alberto and Austin Aries, because TNA produced it. They come up with their own shit. Cause
Whoa, Jamie. This is not how Bandcamp works, okay?
All right, Anthony's gonna move on. Alberto's not even worth 5 seconds. All right, Anthony.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think about bringing Alberto back. There's enough talent, and even if you want Hispanic appeal, I'd bring in Roosh.
I mean, I don't think Paige would feel comfortable about it either.
I have nothing for Alberto anymore. I'm over.
I would rather them bring back Rene Dupree and freaking Shinzo Suzuki before him.
I'd bring back Ricardo before I bring back Alberto.
I like Ricardo.
Even though I'm a WCW guy, I would see a one-off with Sergeant Pittman.
First of all, Ricardo Rodriguez was what Alberto was. Ricardo was supposed to be what Alberto was in WWE. Just go back and watch Ricardo's stuff in FCW.
This man said bring Byron Saxton back to the ring.
With that being said, we're gonna move on because we're not gonna talk about a well-dressed Fern returning to the ring. All right. Anything else for you, Mitt?
No, I'm good.
All right. So we're gonna start off here. Booker T. Well, we all know that Harlem Heat is being inducted to the Hall of Fame, and a certain dirtbag, and you're gonna hear why I keep saying he's a dirtbag. But David Jussie Meltzer. Yeah, I said Jussie Meltzer. You know what? No, his name is now David Jussie Smollett Meltzer. Made the claim that Harlem Heat shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because of the fact that Stevie Ray was not a member of the WWE, and he has no they did not deserve this honor. Well, Booker T has something to say about that, so let's let Mr. Booker T explain his sentiments towards David Meltzer.
A lot of those guys didn't get a chance to step up on that stage and say, hey, fans, all of you guys that booted for me, that cheered for me, that brought the signs, that brought the tickets. Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys. I thank you for the ride. It's been awesome. That's what this thing is about. And what's his name? The Dave Meltzer's, I can't even remember the guy's name. That's how he doesn't understand that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? And I hate even giving him a plug on but that's what kind of dirtbag he is. But like I see him anywhere, better not be at Starbucks. Look at his head. Hey man, Terry Wilson.
Oh my God. Dave Meltzer, don't go to Starbucks.
I love Booker T, man.
Don't go to Starbucks, Dave. I'm telling you now, you don't want this. You don't want that smoke.
Anthony.
Yes.
You remember what Stevie Ray says? He says after the whole induction on his podcast, he's going to lay into Dave Meltzer too.
Eat him like a bowl of collard greens, boy. I'm hyped for that.
That motherfucker said a bowl of collard greens, and most people don't even know what that means. Those people don't even know what that means.
Hey, that's how you know you. That's how you know you're from the South. And when I say South, I mean the South with the F.
Go ahead, man. You want to say something?
So, Anthony.
Yes.
I think we should educate remember what Stevie Ray said on Chris' podcast when Chris asked him about the Meltzer situation.
I mean, he didn't say too much because he still doesn't want to really say a lot, but he just pretty much said he's irrelevant. I mean,
yes, man. Go ahead, Anthony.
The dude like Dave Meltzer, when you compare guys like look at Stevie Ray, a guy that has respect in the business, and then you have Dave Meltzer who is a troll. Dave Meltzer is a clown that just gets embarrassed by posting things saying, "Oh, well, my sources said that this, that, blah, 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 blah. And then the exact opposite of what happens. And then he comes back on the show, well, plans change. No, you're just an idiot that likes to just say stuff, and your sources aren't real. Your sources are my sources. We have the same exact sources, and neither one. Your source is my neck, okay? Your source is my neck.
This man has not posted anything relevant in over like 20 years. I mean, everything he says, Wrestling Observer newsletter is bullshit. Dave Meltzer's podcast is bullshit. Dave Meltzer is bullshit. Nobody believes this man. And although I hate to admit this, he's a huge, avid fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling, but none of us will ever truly claim this man as one of us.
Exactly.
Let my boy Isaac give his opinion. He's a professional.
Like,
he's a radio guy. You tell us what you think of Dave Meltzer.
right. Here's the thing about Dave. The fact that he does like New Japan, as much as I do, is one thing. But here's the thing. The one thing I've learned, you can't show bias, right? And it can't be blatant. You gotta treat everything equally in this movie. That's what I've learned. You can't show bias just because, I love New Japan so much. Doesn't mean I'm gonna shit on WWE and give them like one 5-star match a couple years. No, you gotta be objective, and he's not objective.
At all.
He's not.
He's the exact opposite.
Dave Meltzer is like the WWE. He is the WWE of content. He's a guy like he's like the end all be all for content, and he's not. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does.
Because where does every wrestling source, where does every wrestling site, whatever, get their news from? What's one thing?
Wrestling Observer.
Per Dave Meltzer of the Wrestling Observer. Insert comment here.
And every time I see that, I look from now on. If you post anything from a source and it sources Dave Meltzer or the Wrestling Observer, my fault, I will laugh at your post and then spam your entire post with laughing gifs. I don't care.
You know what? You know who's more credible than the Wrestling Observer?
Yes, we're talking about Dave Daniel. Who's more credible?
Anthony. Kayfabe News.
No, stop it. Yo, Kayfabe News got in got some heat last week as well.
Yeah, can we cover that real fast?
Yeah, they made a post about Shawn Michaels saying that he had his eye on the WrestleMania sign and his other eye on something else, kind of making fun of his little situation with his eye. Yeah,
I mean,
it's a very touchy subject.
About this. I talked to Jamie about this privately, and I said I really hate to admit it because Justin Credible stepped up and said something. I don't really like Justin Credible, but he had a point. This man he did that to himself for this business, being Mr. WrestleMania, Mr. Main Event, the showstopper, and yeah, he did. And I was like, I know, Shawn Michaels is Isaac's favorite of all time. That's no secret.
Right.
We just don't talk about it a lot because we talk about Ibushi more. But Wrestling Observer is still funny. And Kayfabe News is always going to post funny shit like that 5-hour Raw post that I told you about, Anthony. I was tripping because I thought...
Yo, I think that was the one that people really thought was legit. It was a lot of people going back and forth saying, oh, is this real?
Because it didn't say by Kayfabe News until you go to Kayfabe News, and that's where they had the post. You had to click it. It was
right,
so people thought it was real.
It was one of those kind of links. I'm trying to find this post.
Yeah, I had it. Jamie, ask Jamie. He's the one that sent it to me.
I think he said, okay, here it is. He said it had Shawn Michaels has his eye on WrestleMania Return, other eye slightly to the left. And then Just Incredible said, not funny at all, especially because he got that way, killing himself for the business and the fans.
Did you hear about The Rock's comment to that?
I know I got another comment about The Rock, but I didn't know he made a comment about this too.
No, he doesn't.
Right, and that's crazy that Jamie brought up a good. My fault. Jamie brought up a really good point. You remember when they were making fun of Jim Ross for having Bell's palsy?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was some real messed up stuff there. Look, I don't want to talk about Daniel, I'm not that good Cormier, okay? Yeah, I said it.
Yeah, I fucking said it. You heard it, bitch. The Boulder says, I'm going to slap that crooked eye straight.
I ain't say that.
No, the Boulder said that. They said that to Perry Saturn.
Oh, gosh. I miss Perry Saturn. I was a Radicals fan.
I was a fan of him because he got stabbed multiple times or shot. I don't remember which, saving a woman from getting, like, mugged or raped. I don't remember which.
What is he up to nowadays?
He's a legit badass. I don't know. You have to look it up. But anyways, Anthony, go ahead and get back to the story.
All right, so that was pretty much all for that. All right, so here now we start getting to a little bit more controversy. So, which controversial should we start off with first? Baron Corbin. Okay, let's do this. It's time for Get Mad with Vinny Smooth. All right. So, I just want y'all to ask. I need to ask a question. I need to see what y'all answer is. What's one of the biggest complaints about WrestleMania season?
It's too long, too boring.
Come on, more complaints. Give me more complaints. Looking for a word that starts with P.
Matches, heartbreak.
I'm looking for a word that starts with P. Well,
Predictable?
no. It's more than one word. My fault. PT.
PG.
No, PT. They've been doing this a lot lately.
I'm missing something.
They got a lot of them this year too. Talk about the likes of Beth Phoenix, Batista.
Oh yeah. Part-timers.
Part-timers. That's my biggest complaint. My fault. I should have said my biggest complaint. So everybody, we hear all these complaints about they're taking spots away from the wrestlers. All these part-timers coming in, taking spots away from this person, that person. So Kurt Angle Monday comes out and says that he has unfinished business, which makes sense. And I understand that what's going to happen here. A lot of people were over the storyline off the rip, but unfinished business is unfinished business. So he announces that his WrestleMania opponent is going to be none other than Mr. Baron Corbin. My guy, Baron Corbin. Yes, I'm a Baron Corbin fan if you didn't know. So as soon as that happened, I'm over here like, yes, Baron Corbin about to get his big moment. He hasn't had this moment. He needs that moment since John Cena screwed him over at the Money in the Bank briefcase cash in. He hasn't had his big break since. So this is his moment. That's my thought process. So the rest of the wrestling community is like, oh my gosh, why is Baron Corbin in the match? And here's the part that really got me. I understand that Baron Corbin isn't everybody's cup of tea. I know. I don't think. You're not a Corbin fan, are you?
I love his theme. His theme songs are dope.
That's not what I asked you.
Look, Anthony. I've been a fan of his for years, man. I really loved his part he played in Danny Phantom.
Excuse. Shut up. sad to see you doing that. That's not what I was trying to say here, Chunk. Now, back to what I was about to say. Doggone it. Now I lost my... Dang it! What is your name? I called you Danny. Oh my God. Ugh.
Guys.
Mr. Lancer looking ass.
Hey. We're not going to talk about Baron Corbin. I've been a fan of Baron Corbin since his feud with Bull Dempsey.
His name is Baron Corbin Lancer.
But yeah, I've been a fan of his since his little one-up feud with Bull Dempsey. I
love this feud with Bull Dempsey, by the way, Anthony.
Yeah, I was watching it, and a lot of people were watching the video, commented, said like Baron Corbin's gonna be the next big thing. Oh, this man's the next Undertaker. I posted a video of some of the comments in one of the groups. So fast forward to this week, and I see a lot of we wanted John Cena. We wanted part-timer 2.5 thousand. We wanted
The Undertaker.
We wanted The Undertaker. Here's the issue. I'm gonna try to be nice and calm because my mother's getting annoyed with me. So the issue here, we already have Batista versus Triple H. It looks like Beth Phoenix is going to be added to the WrestleMania card. We already have what other part-time? We have Shane McMahon on the card. We have Brock Lesnar on the card. Do we really need another part-timer? And a part-time that you probably can't even see for the first part.
But Kurt Angle's probably doing his last match and is actually going to go away. Like, that's expected.
But I'm not talking about Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle is still a semi-full-timer. I wouldn't say a complete full-timer, but he wrestles on enough of a regular basis for me to care. Brock Lesnar. When was the last time Brock Lesnar's wrestled on TV?
Like 2004.
2004.
No, that's not true. The last match he had was in 16 against Heath Slater. Remember? I don't give a fuck about your kids.
Was that actually a match though?
No, it's just a second.
I don't remember it actually being a match.
Yeah, it was a match, but it was basically just him giving.
It doesn't count.
That was about it.
It don't count. So the thing is, he's first of all, Brock Lesnar hasn't wrestled on Raw. Yes, SmackDown was 2004. The last time Brock Lesnar wrestled on Raw, Shawn Michaels was the world champion. I'm gonna just let that sink in. Shawn Michaels, and I want to say Hulk Hogan was the WWE champion at the time too, over on SmackDown.
And remember, Brock left the same time as Goldberg to pursue the NFL.
You see how that worked out?
Yep.
Then he went to New Japan. Then he went to MMA.
Brock Lesnar is like me. Doesn't know he'll stay somewhere for a little bit and then leave and do something else. That's why my hairstyle changes all the time. Like, don't be surprised if you see me bald again by the end of the year.
The only thing Brock Lesnar has consistently done is keep that piece of land out in Saskatchewan with no electricity and a telephone like a mile away from his house.
He's making bank, so I can't be too mad though. I had Grandpa going last night by saying Tessa Blanchard looks like Tully. Shut up. You know what, Jamie? We're gonna have some issues over here. Y'all not gonna sit and keep talking about Tessa like this, okay? We will not sit here and disrespect my Tessa Blanchard. I am hot and I'm in a tank top. So my issue is, like, we can't sit here and say, well, they got too many part-timers in the match, in this card, and then ask for a part-timer to be wrestling another guy that's getting ready to retire when WWE could not even create stars by themselves. That's part of the reason why we have part-timers coming in and wrestling all the time. Because WWE seems to can't create stars enough. They don't trust them enough.
You know what? Anthony, we should add Goldberg to the party. Yeah, let's do that. Let's put him in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. That's fucking Goldberg.
Oh my gosh. Can we just get rid of the Andre? Just get rid of it. I understand, and the only reason why I think it happens is because they want to get guys on the show, the extra payday, blah 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 blah. The whole thing is just pointless.
I have a question about WrestleMania later too.
Speaking of which, I'm watching the first Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal as we speak.
You got to be bored.
And who won that match?
Cesaro, correct?
Nope.
I could have sworn it was Cesaro.
Baron Corbin.
No, Corbin won the second or third one. Corbin wasn't even on NXT at this point. I don't recall.
Yeah, he won the second one. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, this was the one Cesaro won because that's when he became a Paul Heyman guy. You remember because my client beat the Undertaker's undefeated streak? Yeah.
Every time I see that match, it pisses me the fuck off that Cesaro winning.
Cesaro needed Paul Heyman though, because that really would have elevated him.
Well, they didn't use it right, so it didn't matter in the long run. He was just there. He was just there for Paul Heyman to stay on TV.
No, not only that. That year, it was his breakthrough year, I would say, because it was so over with the crowd, kind of like Rusev Day, then bam.
They didn't do enough though. It was just like it bugged me that they didn't do enough for him in order to really make that a big thing. Like he was teaming up with who was he teaming up with? The Real American Jack Swagger. Fandango was dancing on the apron.
And then team him up with Tyson Kidd.
I mean, Cesaro's just a tag team guy anyway, so I mean, it's nothing to me. He's better off as a tag team guy. All right, but here we go. This is the other controversy. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, good old Rocky. So the whole thing has been going around because people are saying that the big debate now is whether we are considering The Rock as the first black champion.
No.
I say that you can't. I personally say that you can't deny that and then accept the fact that Obama was the first black president of the United States under the United States Constitution. Because when you look at it, both have black individuals. Now I understand why a lot of people are not really so quick to say that The Rock is. Because I understand, I listened to C-Dog, and I got a lot of respect for C-Dog because he's very genuine with everything he says, and I completely understood everything C-Dog said because he was saying that we both came up looking at things differently, so that's the first thing between that. Me, I grew up looking at The Rock saying, okay, all I had to look at was The Rock and Harlem Heat. Okay, look, first of all I looked up to when I looked at black wrestlers was The Rock, Booker T, and Stevie Ray.
Sucker.
I don't think it was anybody else.
Mark Henry for me.
I didn't know about Mark Henry until he came back and was feuding with Batista. The heck? Huh?
Oh, no, I got one. Monty Brown.
I remember
watching him in TNA.
I was watching like at the twilight of the Monday Night Wars.
I'm at John. What's it say?
Again, I was born in 93. I didn't start really watching wrestling until 98, 99. More so 99 and 2000. So I had, and really not even Stevie Ray as much. Like I knew about Stevie Ray because I had my first wrestling video game was WCW NWO Revenge.
Great game.
Huh?
I said great game.
Oh yeah. So yeah, when I would use it, if I wasn't using DDP or Goldberg, I was using Booker T and Stevie Ray. The two guys that looked like me that I could identify with, and then on WWF, I had The Rock. I mean, Farouk was there, but I never like this was when this is after Ron Simmons was kind of like taking more of a back seat and stuff like that. So I didn't really watch, and then still I didn't watch too much of Raw in the first place. I was a WCW guy. So the reason I knew more about WWF during that time period is because all of my cousins, regardless of which side it was, they were watching Raw. So I will always hear about, well, The Rock said this, The Rock said that. So I knew about that, but me, I had Harlem Heat. So I understand that like a lot of guys, they didn't look at The Rock because they didn't see how they could identify with him. And this is after the whole nation denomination thing. Cool. But again, when it comes, my whole thing is, I'm going more on the legality of the situation, the reality of the situation, and how, in legal terms, Dwayne Johnson, if that is even his last name, because his father's last name, it really isn't Johnson, is a black individual. Now, to come to the point of where WWE does not acknowledge him as the first, they don't acknowledge him as a black WWE champion.
They really don't.
All right, so
They never have.
I pray I did not offend a single person here. If I offend you, I'm sorry. But when have we had to look to a white company to acknowledge a black person for anything?
Never.
All right, who has on shoes right now?
I don't.
The slipper count.
Does anybody have on shoes right now?
I got
I
slipper
don't
on.
have shoes to put them on.
All right, let me do this. This is a shoe. Do you know the biggest contribution to the making of this shoe and who did it?
No.
That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. I'm about to go look this up real quick because I had to do it for something for church.
What kind of shoe is it?
Huh? You ever heard of a guy named Jan E. Max? Make sure I pronounce his name right. You ever heard of a guy named Jan E. Matzelinger? Matzelinger?
Yeah. Yes.
Anybody else?
No.
Exactly. So my whole thing about wrestling is an exact description of what society is like. If WWE would not acknowledge The Rock as a black champion, the same thing happens in society. And that's just one thing that was contributed by an African American individual. There's so much more that we don't know that we won't be told if you don't look this stuff up. And look, and even to go away from the race situation, who are they saying are the first WWE Women's Tag Team Champions?
Alien Sonic.
That is a lie.
Oh wait, no.
No. You're right. No, you're right. But that still is a lie.
Well, it's not a lie. It's just like, there was somebody before.
Okay, it's not true. Is that better?
I still basically like the same thing with saying about when they say T.J. Perkins is the first ever cruiserweight champion. It's not well, it's not. It's wrong. But they hadn't had the cruiserweight championship for like what, 10 years, right?
Right.
Yeah, when Hulk held it.
Right. Like nobody ever had this. Like you thought, okay, cruiserweight title. We're never going to see the cruiserweight title again, and then all of a sudden you see it again. They have the cruiserweight classic, and then you get another title, and all of a sudden, okay, the champion. We now have a champion again. So that means once again, we have the first ever cruiserweight champion, the first cruiserweight champion, the new first cruiserweight champion. You know what I'm saying?
So what the whole thing is, they are able to alter their own reality because they've held it away from fans for so long that a lot of these newer fans won't even know if it's legit or not. Like if you go to a 10-year-old person now and you told them the Hornswoggle was a former cruiserweight champion, they would look at you weird.
Man,
You would go to them and say, "Who is Gregory Helms?" They would say, "Who is that?" Billy Kidman.
I remember that's the
I
Hurricane.
don't remember Gregory Helms. He was like the greatest cruiserweight champion at the time.
He's the longest reigning. I don't think it, and as long as Neville held that title, no, because Neville had a break within his championship reign too. So even then, I want to say that Helms is still the longest reigning cruiserweight champion. And
Hey, Anthony,
yeah,
Mitt's been trying to say something.
my fault, man. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a personal question. I hope I'm trying to be careful with words here. Do you think it's wrong for them not acknowledging Jacqueline for winning the cruiserweight title?
They don't recognize it.
They don't even recognize that title at all.
Why don't recognize R-Truth winning the hardcore title when he was K-Quick?
I mean,
retired and gave it to Mick Foley.
would you want to be recognized for winning a title that you probably lost 30 seconds later?
No.
Well, he lost the US title in 2 weeks, too, so.
Well, at least he got to take it home.
He got to defend it like 10 times at least.
That hardcore title was pretty much like me walking around with this piece of paper and then Isaac coming from behind me and beating me for it.
Anthony,
Yes.
I got a very important note. Okay, I don't want you to answer this. You already know. Isaac, you know. I'm gonna ask Anthony. Do you know how legendary the Bruno Sammartino reign was?
Yeah.
Right, Anthony?
Yeah.
Who beat Bruno Sammartino?
Antonio Inoki.
But they tell us it was Bob Backlund.
Right.
I mean, Isaac knows because we had that discussion. The reason we have New Japan Pro Wrestling today is because Inoki went back to Japan. That's why they made him drop the title and said you didn't exist.
But that's just how things work in general. When something goes on that the person that controls history doesn't like, they can go into the history books and act like it didn't exist.
But me, James, and Tori have like Sasha and Bailey are not the first ever women's tag champions. There's a tag team called the Glamour Girls who were students of the Fabulous Moolah. They're up there with Shane Martel, Miss Elizabeth, Medusa, and Alundra Blaze. They all held that women's. They held those tag team championships. They haven't been around since the 80s, but they want us to forget that those existed.
And look, here's the thing. What demographic, when I say demographic, age group, which age group does WWE try to appeal to? Children. What child do you know that was alive in the 80s? Because I'm a full grown adult and I was definitely born in 93.
I was born in 85.
So here's the thing about that. Again, it goes back to who holds the pen of history. And hold on, I gotta go find this. It's a quote from J. Cole. And he said the funny thing about the people that could control the pen seem to rewrite history to white out their sin. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong that they had to write out, but when you control what you want to be put out to your fan base, you can go out there and act like certain people don't exist. Like, show me a time where they're going to ever mention CM Punk again.
Never.
Okay. CM Punk doesn't exist anymore. Benoit is just like a cuss word at this point to WWE. See where I'm going here? And then you take that back to society. Show me a history book that's all about the Black Panther Party. I'll wait. And not in college.
Exactly.
Tragedy.
There you go. Wrestling, society, the same thing.
I have a question for all of you.
Yes.
This is and Mitt, you may or may not know the answer to this. Who is the first ever African American World Heavyweight Champion? Does anybody here know?
Mr. Simmons?
Wrong. I said first ever World Heavyweight Champion. Ron Simmons was the first WCW. Years before Ron Simmons, there was a legendary African American wrestler named Bobo Brazil, who was the first ever NWA African American Heavyweight Champion. And does that get acknowledged anywhere? No.
It's never in the history books. I looked up. I actually went to go look up NWA's championship history. It's not even in the records. They have R-Truth written down as the first.
It was the 60s. What do you expect?
That's what I'm saying, though. It's like they have R-Truth written down as the first and only.
I mean, WWE doesn't, even though the heavyweight championship history is mingled into the WWE title now. Technically, the first ever African American WWE champion, because it is the WWE World Heavyweight title now, is Ron Simmons. No, it is Ron Simmons. I'm sorry, I said Ron Simmons twice. It's not Ron Killings. It's Ron Simmons. Bobo Brazil is the first NWA World Heavyweight Champion and the first ever African American Heavyweight Champion anywhere.
So, Anthony.
Yes.
This is me. Should they have acknowledged Ricochet or Velveteen as their first African American?
They will. They will. And again, it just goes back to who they're trying to appeal to.
I'm talking about for winning the NXT North American Championship.
WWE, and again, it goes back to what WWE wants and does not want to recognize. They don't, for some odd reason, they just don't recognize NXT until it fits a storyline. You remember a few years ago, Kevin Owens and Finn Balor had a match on Raw. And they said for the first time ever, Finn Balor and Kevin Owens will wrestle one-on-one. As soon as that was said, Twitter blew up with NXT graphics of them fighting for the NXT Championship. Last year at Evolution, what was the marquee match at Evolution? The first time ever, last woman standing match, when a year prior, Asuka and Nikki Cross tore the house down and Mauro Ranallo's first night at NXT in a last woman standing match. But again, 85% of the people that watch the main roster don't know anything that's going on in NXT.
And that's like, they don't know their history. It's like, okay, Pedro Morales, you all know he passed away about a month or so ago. And they said they recognize him as the first ever Triple Crown champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
But what they didn't mention was prior to that in the WWF, he's actually a quadruple crown champion because he held the WWF United States and World Heavyweight title at the same time. They didn't even acknowledge he held that old United States title. Most people think, well, they stole the United States title from WCW when WWE had that damn thing back in the 50s.
Right.
It's just, and NXT follows the same logic. They pick and choose what they want their history to be. And Vince does not acknowledge a whole lot of his dad's history either.
Right. A lot of that WWF and like, oh, yeah, that stuff, you would have to go back and find. Matter of fact, they don't have that on the network. I'm pretty sure the furthest back, you probably can find some 1970s wrestling on the network. 1960s is pretty much not there.
You'd be lucky to find them. In the 70s was WWF. Excuse me.
Exactly. So it's just not there. But I mean, I did all of that, and I didn't even talk about what I wanted to talk about. The Rock, and now he said he transcended race.
Go ahead, get that out of the way.
Well, I understand. All right. So look, for me, I can see why he would say he transcended race, but I understand why somebody would feel a little bit. I understand why people would feel some type of way from saying that. The Rock, look. Let's be real. He is a member of probably the most popular wrestling family in the entire world. It's pretty much a toss up between them and the Harts. You can have about a good hour-long debate on whether the NYs or the Harts are the greatest wrestling family in professional wrestling. We're not going to do that right now. Now, all that being said, you have him being the son of Rocky Johnson, and his mother's side being the Samoan legacy of that family. Which one of those families do you feel like could get you a little bit more ahead in Vince's world? Exactly. So I actually said this. I feel like if it were not for the Monday Night Wars, The Rock would probably still be doing the Rocky Maivia thing.
Or the Flex Cabana.
Right. Because
I mean,
we see now how Vince is when he has a guy that he wants to be in a certain position. A crowd reaction is not going to change that.
I gotta do some work.
Okay.
all right. Are we back? Because we got results.
So I don't know. Maybe that's just my thinking, and I might be wrong about it. If I'm wrong, cool.
He had The Rock playing Samoan Elvis, Anthony.
He also had him in a very militant black radical faction.
No.
I mean, Nation of Domination was nothing more than a knockoff Black Panther Party.
He's preaching, man. Shit. And LeBron says that.
In a more extreme version, though.
Yeah. Yeah, and love that, man. You know, look through the door of the Nation of Domination. Savio Vega, great wrestler, already over. Mark Henry came through there.
2-minute warning.
We're talking about Nation of Domination or just that family?
Family.
No, I'm talking about the Nation. You know, they had a lot of names, man, that came through.
Yeah.
And they were a mid-card faction. You had Mark Henry in there, for God's sakes. We're going to ignore Mae Young handing it to him.
Oh my gosh, let's not talk about the hand. We had D'Lo.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
know,
You had a lot.
at a certain point in my life, I was called D'Lo Brown.
That's not even an insult though, because D'Lo Brown to me was great. He was just never used by anybody.
They used to do the whole D'Lo Brown thing. It was some kid that I met at the rec one day. I didn't take it for anything. Again, I was a WCW guy, so I didn't know who D'Lo Brown was.
How about this name, Savio Vega?
That's what I said earlier.
Yeah, Savio Vega was one.
He was good before he ever would join the freaking nation.
I know that now because I go back and watch some of the stuff. Well, 3 Minute Warning, they're part of the Annoy family, so. Rest in peace to both of them, Rosie and Jamal.
Yeah, definitely, man.
But even then, like, that family is still growing. Like, you got Fatu working at Fatu that is working with MLW right now. And you have the Osman Us, I don't know what he's going by, but the Usos' brother killing it. So, speaking of which, did y'all see that Armando Alejandro Estrada is back to being a manager?
I didn't say that. Where's he managing?
He's managing Fatu.
Oh, that's cool. Actually, I have no problem. Not to mention, don't forget in WWE you still have Tamina and Nia.
No.
Speaking of managers, there were 2 managers that were signed just recently. Robbie E was signed to WWE. He's managing a team at the moment. And then a very known loudmouth manager by the name of Stokely Hathaway was signed. And if you want to talk about other signings, we got Garza Jr. and Swervo. Shoot. Shane Strickland. There we go. Shane Swerve Strickland will be starting up in April at the PC.
He's already wrestling in progress. He's on a team with Eddie Kingston.
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. Triple H knows what he's doing, working with Progress and everybody else over there. He's just over there, just like scouting. It's like NXT's graduated from being the developmental territory. At this point now, Progress and all these other companies that Triple H is buddy with is just pretty much feeders into the WWE.
Well, face it, dude. Velveteen Dream and the Street Profits just main evented at a Progress show.
It's a working relationship. It's the middle school to the high school.
Yeah. I mean, how can you not enjoy Velveteen Dream on main eventing your show?
Oh, I still need to see Dream in person.
I want to meet Velveteen. He is so, he seems like he'd just be the coolest dude ever.
Yeah. All right,
Anthony.
I'm done.
Are you good on your story?
Yeah.
You're done? Well, since Isaac's back, I will cover what I wanted to cover real quick.
I'm going to go Boogie Blast real quick, and I should be back. Go Boogie Blast and give me some water.
Oh, shit. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and get these NXT live results out the way. Alright. I got let's see, I got 1, 2, 3 NXT show live results. So this is what we're missing on NXT live. Alright, you guys got this? Mitt?
Yeah.
We had Mia Yim defeated Deonna Purrazzo. I don't even know how to say it. It's Cesar Bononi and Adrian Drude defeated Big Magic and Scott Parker. Punishment Martinez defeated Luke Menzies. Robert Strauss cuts a promo. He's accompanied by Rinku Singh and I don't know how to say that. Saurav Gujar. Saurav Gujar defeated Jonah Rock. The Forgotten Sons defeated the Street Profits. That would have been a good match to see. Danny Burch defeated Shane Thorne. Post-match, Burch would be joined by Eric Bugenhagen, and the two would jam out. Io Shirai and Kairi Sane defeated Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne. This is what we're missing out on. And then, here's some Anthony Peterson. Raul Mendoza defeated Albert Hardy Jr. Casey Canizaro defeated Deonna Purrazzo. Babatunde defeated Nick Komoroto. Aaliyah and Vanessa Bourne defeated Jessica Elaban and MJ Jenkins. The War Raiders defeated Luke Menzies and Cassius Ohno to retain the NXT tag titles. Shane Thorne defeated Jeet Rama. Donovan Dijakovic defeated Riddick Moss. Shayna Baszler defeated Bianca Belair and Carly Payne for the NXT Women's title.
Cardi B?
Yeah, you missed where Babatunde actually defeated somebody.
Hey, shout out to Babatunde.
He defeated Nick Komoroto in the third match on the card.
I feel better.
And then we have our third show here. Mansoor Al-Shidhal defeated Elliot Saxton. Reina Gonzalez defeated Zia Lee. Riddick Moss defeated Trevor Lee.
What are you looking for, exactly?
Yes, you heard me. Trevor Lee had a match on NXT House Show.
Hey!
EAM defeated Jesse Elaban. Thank you. Let's see. The War Raiders defeated Undisputed Era to retain the titles. Eichner and Barthel, Anthony's boys, defeated Big Magic and Scott Parker. Shane Thorne defeated ACH. Velveteen Dream defeated Matt Riddle and Roderick Strong to retain the NXT North American Championship.
Yeah. Wait, did you want to watch it?
Watch what?
And the Headbangers tease an AEW. All right, so Anthony.
Yes.
Now, what do you think about that? You have a lot of names we don't even know. I don't even know who half of those people are. That's how terrible how terribly underused they are.
I mean, it's an hour a week on TV where you really can only fit maybe 4 matches into a show, and you still have to push your top stories. Look, it's a lot of names that you didn't name that I know are in NXT. Did you ever say Karen Q?
Yeah, she was at a house show Thursday.
Lacey Lane?
No, she wasn't booked. No, actually, yeah, she was. She lost.
But yeah, even then, it's just like you got an hour to work on building your top stories, which involve your NXT Championship, North American Championship, Women's Championship, and the tag title. It's four already set in stone stories you have to work on. And then on top of that, you have to try to keep guys involved, build up your contenders, and it's one of those slippery slopes where you're gonna have people being left off TV.
I mean, let's face it. Every takeover is going to have 5 matches and 5 storylines.
And it's perfect where it's at. I don't need them adding a 6th or 7th match. 5 matches is perfect.
But then at the house shows, you get guys like Babatende, who we still haven't seen on TV, and you got Punishment Martinez, who every time he's on TV loses, but he's winning at house shows. So,
but at the same time, look how long Wesley Blake was just chilling the Full Sail with nothing to do.
Yeah.
Alexa Bliss had been gone. Buddy Murphy stayed down there with it for a while. Then he left and went to 205, and he's just being forgotten. You see how I did that? Yeah, you see. Forgotten because he's a forgotten son. Knee slapper.
Yeah. I got you.
Come on, you gotta give me some. You gotta give me my cool points for that. That was hilarious.
It was funny, but I gotta speed this up a bit. Isaac, your segment, buddy.
Okay. So let me ask you something. What do you think is more possible? Which is a better day to have a big match at? Wrestling Dontaku or Dominion? Which one do you think has the bigger match?
Dominion.
Okay. So if they were to have, right now there are a couple of big things going on. Right now, the two biggest things going on right now is Ibushi defeated Naito in the first round of the New Japan Cup. And after that, they've been picking at each other, going back and forth, trying to one-up each other, so to speak. Naito's the current IC champion, but he's kind of like prodding at Ibushi to get it. Last night, Ibushi kind of prodded back in a major way. So the big thing is right now is when they both want the match. Question is only a matter of when. So where would you guys like to see this? Where do you think is the bigger stage for this match? Dominion.
So,
okay.
I was gonna say Supercard.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Supercard.
Well, I was thinking that too, but I was also thinking about the fact that it might that I think they wanted to defend that title in Japan. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, that's just me. That's just what I think. So basically, long story short, so eventually Okada is one of the things that is considered the fastest.
Yeah, what is that racket?
That?
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah, Jamie wanted to know what was that racket. So.
Venus Williams.
Serena's better. But go ahead, Isaac. My fault. I just couldn't hear. I couldn't hear you over the woodpecker.
Isaac. You were thinking G1 special too, but
yeah. I was thinking about the G1 too, but yeah, I think they want to keep it in Japan. So I'm probably gonna say Dominion. But like I said, Okada did win the New Japan Cup over Sonata. Sonata actually got there. He defeated on the road to get there. Okada defeated Michael Elgin, Will Ospreay, Mikey Nichols, and Tomohiro Ishii to get there. Sonata defeated Minoru Suzuki, Hiroki Goto, his win over Tanahashi was actually an upset because he tapped him out. So that was really helicopter propeller met. So yeah, Tanahashi. So with that being said, at the New Japan, so at G1 Supercard in the main event, it's Okada versus
Switchblade Jay White.
Yeah, Switchblade Jay White. I'm sorry, I'm off kilter here.
Breathe.
For the world heavyweight. So
Exactly.
I have the GP world heavyweight title.
Yeah, but it's also going to be streaming on the New Japan World. So if you already ordered it on the Fight app, I can tell you, Fight app is good, but it kind of has buffering issues. So, the show is looking pretty great, by the way. So the show's looking pretty great because you have that match. You have Taiji Ishimori, Dragon Lee, and Bandito in a three-way. You have the Gorillas of Destiny defending their titles against the ROH Tag Team Champions, which I thought were going to be the Briscoes, but apparently not. But the Briscoes are already cashed in for a rematch. So
I was thinking so too, because I want to see God versus the Briscoes.
yeah, the Briscoes already cashed in for the rematch. They're going to get it at Roll to G1 Supercard at in Baltimore when they go to Baltimore. I saw it on
Them boys.
Yep, it should be good.
Those are the only them boys that I will ever
And then Jeff
acknowledge.
Cobb wants Will Ospreay wants a match with Jeff Cobb, title for title, Ring of Honor World Television title, versus
Never openweight title.
Who's the never openweight champion at the moment?
Will Ospreay.
Oh, that's right. Anything else?
Yeah, he won it from Ibushi at Wrestle Kingdom. So
How long are these questions gonna last? 'Cause I'm at the point now where I'm feeling like sleepy. I'm really sleepy at this point.
Well, we're trying to get through them, Anthony, because I'm gonna try to get done by like 11 your time.
okay.
Yeah, no,
like I said,
that's what we
mostly
did
it,
last week.
so.
Okay. Yeah, because I did that last week, Anthony. I'm trying to get out of here by 11.
That's gonna be a struggle for me.
Well, let's see how fast we can get. James, I don't care. Go ahead. All right. Let's get to these questions because some of these are really easy to answer. I put some of the harder ones. All right. Anthony,
Yes.
what would your 5-man team for Survivor Series, men and women, choose for one company for your team, Impact, Ring of Honor, New Japan, or AAA? And you have to all be from the same company, basically.
5 people?
5 men, 5 women.
All right, let me get Contra. So that's the Contra. Nobody know who Contra is? Fatu. Huh?
I know who they are.
Okay, Fatu, Simon Gotch, and that other guy. And
Is this from
then
MLW?
yeah.
That wasn't a choice, but we'll go with that.
Hey, you said a brand. You didn't say that it had to be. You didn't say it had to be that brand. You just said stick to
It
one.
said
brand.
Impact, Ring of Honor, AAA, or New Japan. But yeah, that's fine. I'll take MLW. We'll accept that. We got you.
And then I'm gonna take Filthy. No, that's not gonna work. Give me LA Park.
The chairman?
Yes, give me LA Park. And he's got the whole. My fault. Watching Bray Wyatt versus John Cena. John Cena checking out and not hit with any. I'm about to say, my boy.
Okay. What about women?
Women?
Yeah, MLW women.
Serena.
You
know she's not really wrestling, right?
What other women do I have to pick from for MLW?
You picked MLW.
All right, I'm gonna just pick 5 random women from the crowd. There we go. And we still gonna win.
All right, Isaac.
All right, so let me see the question. Choose a 5-seat. I can only choose it from one of these.
You can choose them from one of those companies or MLW, and you have to stick to that company for men and women.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with.
New Japan means you have to pick Stardom.
I'm gonna stick with Impact. Go Impact. Eddie Edwards, Pentagon, Eli Drake, Killer Cross, and Brian Cage. Women, 5 women.
Yeah.
5 women give me Tessa Blanchard, Taya Valkyrie, Jordan Grace, Rosemary, and
Allie.
Well, I already said Jordan Grace, so. Yeah, I feel like that's the only option. Well, no, Madison Rain. There we go.
Yeah, she's coming back. She's also still in Ring of Honor.
Exactly. Those 5.
Alright, so I'm going to go New Japan because I'm going to get Stardom here. I'm going to go Hiroshi Tanahashi. I mean, that's pretty obvious. Because of Kazuchika Okada, I'm going to go Kota Ibushi, Tomohiro Ishii, and Will Ospreay. For women, I'm going to... That's going to be a little bit tougher, but I got it. I'm going to go Kagetsu, because she is the champion. I'm going to go with Bae Presley, Momo Watanabe, Utami Hayashishida, and Viper. All right, next question.
It is too stuffy in this house.
Which 12 wrestlers would you want on your jury for a murder charge?
1, 2, 3.
Oh, wait. What's your biggest mania fear, Anthony?
My biggest mania fear?
Yeah.
Kofi Kingston not winning the title.
I was going to second that, actually. Isaac?
Huh?
What's your biggest mania fear?
That too. Him winning the title.
Him not winning?
Yeah, him not winning the title.
All right, now, Anthony.
Yes.
This was supposed to be for all of us, not just individually. We each get 4. If we were all like me, you, and Isaac were charged with murder because we killed Chris Clarkson for whatever reason. What 4 wrestlers, and we're going to each pick 4, what 4 wrestlers would you want on your jury?
This is a weird question.
What?
My fault, I had to get some air in my room. It's hot in here. Doggone it. Can you pass me real quick so I can think?
Yeah, Isaac.
I don't like this question.
12 people?
4 people. Because we're all good. You get to pick 4 because we're each picking 4 jury members.
Alright. I would want on my jury.
Yeah. What 4 would you want on our jury? Because it's all 3 of us, and we're all on trial, and there's 12 total, so we each get 4. Mitt was here, get 3.
I would want Brian Cage.
Don't have to look like I give a fuck.
Xavier Woods.
That's a good one.
Yeah, Brian Cage, Xavier Woods, AJ Styles, and Mustafa Ali.
Why would you want? Never mind. So we can. Anthony.
Give me Vince, Shane. Give me Vince and Shane McMahon, Eric Bischoff, and Scott Armstrong.
Give me Kenny Omega. Give me Sami Callihan. Give me Eli Drake because he's going to keep calling the judge a dummy. He's going to keep interrupting the DA. Like, well, where's the defense? Dummy, yeah, shut your mouth, dummy. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to me.
No, this really sucks now.
Why?
I'm watching. I told you I watched WrestleMania 30, and they're introducing the Hall of Famers, and Ultimate Warrior just came out.
Yeah, that's sad, dude.
It was 2 days. 2 days right before he died.
And my last one to give me Scott Hall. Give me Scott Hall. Alright, enough of that question. That was a weird question. That's why I picked it.
Weirdo.
You said what you want. That was a book this year's biggest Mania entrance. Isaac. Like any people you know, just look there. It's like it's gonna be better than I.
Okay.
Jamie said JBL, Eli Drake, John Cena, and Jerry Lawler, and Dean Ambrose.
I thought about Dean, to be honest, but I went with Sammy. Sammy. Somebody said Sami Callihan beats the DA and the judge, shaves their head, urinates on them, and then pours mop water down their mouth. They said, "You're innocent and acquitted of all charges."
I'm trying to think.
Okay, good night. Go, Mama.
You said the biggest entrance, you said?
Yeah, you just booked the biggest entrance. I won't go second because I already know what I want.
Alright, let's say. I'm trying to think of who all's at the thing.
You can just name anybody. You can say Batista for all I care.
Alright, I'm gonna say Seth. Wait, you say who's gonna have it? The biggest entrance?
Yeah, who. I was saying who you want. You booked the biggest entrance.
Alright, so Seth Rollins comes out. He comes out like in the with this whole thing of Beast Slayer, right? He comes out and he has like it's I don't know. I'm not good at booking entrances. I don't know. I just had a.
You want to pass?
Actually, if I had to pick one, I say Becky does it like she comes out with Conor McGregor.
That'd be great.
And sort of like a MMA style entrance to kind of pick at Ronda.
That's great.
Y'all really want me to boo Becky, don't y'all?
That's your thing, Isaac?
Yeah.
All right, mine's going to be a two-parter because it's going to be the same thing. So I want Triple H to come out with DX. nose blazing, suck it. I don't give me that fucking bullshit. Give me old school DX where they come out in a tank, and give me some kind of like tribute with China being there. Give me some kind of graphic with China. You know. Give me Billy Gunn, Road Dogg, Shawn, Michaels. Me and just give me the pyros, just the entranceway pyros, the in the ring pyros, all of it. Just give me all of the pyro, and they come down in a fucking tank. Very Harkin Attitude Era. And then Batista comes out as Drax.
Does he get what he wants?
And he comes out with the Guardians of the Galaxy type entrance. Well, they come out on like a spaceship or something. Fucking awesome.
Sounds cool. Just won't happen.
Oh, yeah. I don't know, man. They might go all in for that, but I doubt that's what they're going to give the big entrance to. They usually give Triple H an immaculate entrance, though.
I want Triple H to come out as Thanos.
That would be cool, though. Like, I'm not even lying.
Speaking of Thanos, I remember Seth Rollins came out as Thanos one time. I forgot what it was.
Seth Rollins doesn't make a good Thanos. Triple H makes a great Thanos.
Anthony.
No, I say that because he came out, Seth, he had the gear on.
Yeah, the Infinity, wasn't like his boots, like the Infinities?
Yeah, one of his kick pads was like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Anthony, give me your big Mania entrance.
Yeah, I just gave my big Mania entrance. Triple H comes out as Thanos.
We all agree Triple H, because you know that he...
We all know that Triple H is going to come out some kind of way, looking all majestic and blah, blah, blah.
Look. Anthony, we just answered two questions, because the next one is, what entrance do you think at Mania by your own... What entrance do you think Triple H's entrance should be at Mania by your own design? He says Thanos, I say DX, Isaac, what do you
I think he just come out to regular CGI.
Thanos. Well, no, I think he's going to do the bikes thing.
Okay.
I think he's going to do the bikes thing like he did way bigger.
For the last 15 years?
Let Anthony have this one. Anthony, what's the worst submission in your opinion?
The worst submission in my opinion? I don't know. I like submissions.
Yeah,
but I'm just go ahead and say the step over Toho face lock.
Isaac?
I don't, as iconic as it is, thanks to Kurt Angle, I've never been a huge fan of the ankle lock.
I don't like the wrestling ankle lock. I like the MMA heel look.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You know what submission hold I absolutely hate the most?
What?
That freaking chin lock rest hold that everybody in WWE does.
Well, that's just a rest hold.
Heels seem to have to, but it's still considered a wear down submission hold. I hate it. I hate any rest hold. I hate them, and that's the most common. All heels have to do that for commercial breaks. Fucking hate it. Just get rid of that. Do something else.
They do that every time in WWE.
They do. That's why I hate it.
Yo, my dad.
Because they have commercials.
My dad gets me every time. It's like, notice how 9 times out of 10 they won't go to commercial until somebody's outside of the ring.
It's true. Well, either that or there's a rest hold going on.
And then they go outside the ring. Blah, 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 blah. When we come back on Monday Night Raw. Commercial.
Anthony.
Yes.
What submission hold do you think would hurt the most in a shoot fashion?
Oh, I don't know what it's called, but I was watching. I watch a lot of Zack Sabre Jr. But anything Zack Sabre Jr. does,
arms or legs?
He does both.
Yeah, but he's more of an arm specialist.
He could probably mess both. He could probably work both at the same time. Knowing him.
He has. But would you say his famous Jim Breaks armbar?
Yeah, that.
That's one of
Because he like headbutts you at the same time. It was like, dude, you're just.
This motherfucker though, he's great. Okay. Go ahead, Anthony. That's it. That's it, Anthony.
Yeah.
Isaac.
You said what's the question?
What do you think? What submission hold do you think would hurt the worst in a shoot fashion?
I love Suzuki's heel hook, the way he locks it in like that.
Man, you don't son of a bitch. All right, I actually got to go on the same lines here. But I'm not going to say Minoru Suzuki's heel hook. I'm going to say Minoru Suzuki's rear naked choke because he actually choked people like Ken Shamrock out when he was in his prime with that. And I'm not saying anything. His heel hook's nasty. His heel hook ankle lock, like MMA style, is nasty. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the Minoru Suzuki rear naked choke. Because that move legitimately could knock people out. All right, and this is another submission
titty
question.
twister?
These are easy. Anthony, what is your favorite submission move?
My favorite one.
Yeah.
The Lion Tamer.
The one where he does the high angle and the legs are way up?
Yes, the high angle Lion Tamer. Now, I don't think I can make it to 11 o'clock. I really just like dozed off 2 seconds ago.
We're almost done, Anthony. We actually don't have that many.
Okay. I was over here like this. I was like, yo.
Try to hang in there, man, because a lot of these are quick answer questions. Isaac, your favorite submission?
I've always loved the Texas Cloverleaf.
I can't even lie. I love it when Tanahashi does it. But my favorite submission is one I actually did a variation of, the House of Pain. But, yo, man, you pull that shit right, you're putting all their weight down on their neck. And it's painful, man. I've had it done to me, done it to others. Bad. All right, now this next one is going to just be what the fuck. Anthony, if WWE had a Disney Princess Rumble, who would win?
Disney Princess?
Disney Princess Rumble, who would win?
Sleeping Beauty.
Matthew Day asked this, and he actually said to start. He said Thumbelina.
Sleeping Beauty.
Isaac?
I would give it to Mulan.
I would actually.
Mulan is like the Candice LeRae. Mulan's like the Candice LeRae of Disney princesses. She took like hits from she took a sword swipe from Sean Yu. Like, come on, that's the equivalent of taking a super kick from the Young Bucks. She's gonna be fun.
But here's why I say Sleeping Beauty's gonna win. She's gonna just slide herself under the ropes while everybody else is fighting. Slide herself under the ring and just be like this the whole time.
I honestly think that I would have to go with Anastasia because she fought an undead zombie sorcerer. That was her villain.
Jamie said the girl from Frozen.
Elsa.
There you go.
I only know her because I watched her in Once Upon a Time. All right. Okay, this is an easy one. Should WWE keep main roster house shows or scrap them keeping NXT house shows? We're ignoring NXT house shows here. We're just talking about main roster.
Yeah, keep them. I mean, keep them, but don't have the guys working as much, like as hard as they are. But yeah, house shows are fun. If you've never been to a house show, yeah, you're missing out. Ask Breon. Breon and I went to the house show the week. We actually missed the go-home show for WrestleMania 34 to go see a house show.
Yeah. Isaac, what do you think, bro?
What do you think?
Should the main roster keep house shows or get rid of them?
I think we should keep them.
I agree. A lot of people, like, especially if you're looking for just a fun, quick, cheaper ticket to buy, house shows are the way to go. Do you think Go ahead, Isaac.
I was saying, plus house shows, like, a lot of fun stuff. You get stuff like Dean Ambrose and Chris Jericho playing air guitar together at house shows.
Duh, you get to hear Elias sing actual songs. My fault. My fault. Let me rephrase what I'm saying. You actually get to see Elias sing songs inferior to his songs.
And you also get to see him performing duets with Apollo Crews and Finn Balor.
Exactly.
Without being melted. Yeah, they are. They really are.
Yeah, this is legit.
Anthony, do you think WrestleMania should go to a 2-day format or stay with the 1-day format?
The more I think about it, I think they need to go ahead and go 2-day. Have the Hall of Fame ceremony on Thursday, TakeOver Friday, WrestleMania Part 1 Saturday, WrestleMania Part 2 Sunday.
Come on, show it. Almost done. I would have to Carol a quick interruption.
Especially with how deep the card is getting, and every time you turn around, it looks like they're going to add more matches to each card.
Yeah, they do. What if Roman had never gotten sick and still had the Universal title? Who would he have dropped it to? Anthony.
McIntyre.
I was going to say him or Seth.
I would say McIntyre or Strowman, because Strowman only turned back babyface because of that. We know that's true. Yep. Okay, maybe I just wanted to. Why do you think we never got a wrestlers' union, Anthony?
Because it's Vince.
Isaac?
Vince. Like, union in, like, WWE?
Just period.
You mean like a workers'
except
union?
independents, because they would have never, like a workers' union.
Because it's like, I feel like wrestling is something that all these people in it, they have a love for it to an extent that they don't want to see it disappear because of certain things, you know what I mean? And because there's so many different styles of it, you have some people like, oh, I want to start a union against hardcore wrestling, but then you have the hardcore wrestlers, like people who are hardcore wrestlers, that's what they do. Like all the guys in CCW, you know, you have guys like, oh, I don't want stiff matches, but then you have people in Japan like that's what they do. That's what they're good at. That's how they have their like. It would affect everybody in certain ways, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I agree. All right, I got a good. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and do this next question. I'm not gonna answer that one just because Isaac gave a good enough answer for me. Who does Dean wrestle after he leaves WWE? I'm gonna start this. Jimmy Havoc.
After he leaves WWE.
Jimmy Havoc.
That's my.
Or Sam Callahan.
That's a good.
After he leaves WWE, I'm going to say that he's going to face Roman Reigns.
You're such a troll. Who do you want to see come back from injury, like, you know, somebody who's still injured and hasn't ever been able to return, even a Stone Cold, and have a Goldberg-esque run?
Ken Shamrock.
Well, he's already back, so. Oh, you mean back to WWE?
No.
When you say Goldberg-esque run, like they just go on like an undefeated streak of killing everybody?
They just tear people's asses up and have a blow off, and they don't lose any matches. They just win at a big pay-per-view or a big event, and then they're done.
Ken Shamrock.
Yeah, Shamrock. I wasn't going to say Hiromu, but I don't want to see him disappear.
I honestly, I'm going to get some shit for this. Corey Graves.
Stay down then. I actually like Corey Graves as a wrestler.
I do too. Why does WWE think racial storylines are needed for Kofi Kingston's angle?
Because it's necessary. And again, it goes back to everything that we've been talking about for the last forever. I mean, it just helps because look, I know for me, adding that extra layer into the storyline does kind of add a little more interest. It gets a lot of fans more emotionally invested into the situation. So it's just for the emotional aspect.
And to me, it's edgier. And a lot of us, especially after the Randy Orton and a few other things we've seen, we're all getting it. Where it's not gonna stay. It's just getting you. This is how they're trying to hype Mania better for people to watch because Vince just wants to put butts in seats and get pay-per-view buys on TVs. Right. So, it's just edgier content. Isaac?
It's edgier. They just want to be edgier without crossing the line because honestly, the fact that they're going down this road again, considering the last time they went down this road, they really need to watch how they word this stuff. Okay. Because you remember the last time they tried to drive race into a storyline, it ended up looking just horrifying.
You mean when you all look the same, or are you talking about Triple H?
Both, actually.
Yeah, that Shinsuke Nakamura gender my balls thing was terrible too.
I mean, it was terrible before the whole racial undertones or overtones, I should say.
I'm like, and you're from India. Like you're technically a part of the Malaysian aspect. That doesn't even make sense to try to attack that angle. I mean, what the fuck, dude? But anyways, this next question is a two-part question, and this is a hypothetical. What's the WrestleMania main event? What do you think the main event would be if you put your main event? Out of all the matches they have, what would you put as the main event, Anthony?
Oh my gosh, this changes every single time I think about it. Like 3 weeks ago, it would have been Alexa Bliss versus. It would have been Alexa Bliss. My fault. It would have been the women's triple threat match. Now, I will put Kofi versus Daniel Bryan here.
And which match? Okay, that's what you would put. Which one do you think deserves it more?
Becky, Charlotte, Ronda.
Isaac, same question. What would you have as the main event, and which one do you think deserves it more?
I'd say the same thing. Literally the same thing.
I would say I would have the main event be the women's triple threat, but I definitely think Daniel Bryan and Kofi would definitely be better to close the show because, I mean, let's face it, who the fuck cares about Brock versus Seth? I mean, if that match lasts 3 minutes, I'd be fine. Well, I mean, Brock can't wrestle and Seth can care. Seth is the Okada of WWE, so.
That's not even inaccurate.
And on that note, Anthony, I got good news for you and your sleepy face.
Yay! What's this good news?
Have a thoughts.
Oh my gosh, yes. I can go to sleep now.
We did it.
I gotta
less than 30.
I gotta get myself back ready for work. I haven't been to work since Thursday.
It's cool, dude. It's cool. And look, we did it in less than 30 minutes. Isaac is very pleased. You're pleased. And the fans got the questions that they wanted answered. So, Isaac, why don't you kick us off with final thoughts?
Tune into Impact this Friday because Rosemary's going back to. We're getting another Undead Realm segment with Rosemary's going back, and if it's anything like it was at Bound for Glory, it's probably going to be way better because Rosemary's actually healthy this time. So,
what if we get Rise Demon in Undead Realm? It's the Undead Realm, and we know there are demons there, so what if somehow she gets corrupted and becomes Rise Demon in the Undead Realm, but somehow retains her?
Would be... And she starts working with James Mitchell?
Yeah, no, this would just be like for a temporary basis, but or she tries to consume James Mitchell or something crazy.
I would love it. Love it. There's just so many possibilities.
What if we got Paradise Lost into Impact because of that?
Good question, Jamie. My fault.
Maybe.
Because we already got some of Paradise Lost.
I don't think so.
That's true.
I'm gonna bring it up. My fault. No.
All right, go ahead, Isaac. Finish up because I'm gonna let Anthony get to his, and then we'll.
No, that's it. That was good. That's it.
Anthony, go ahead.
If your question was, didn't Mankind make up a union, him, Shamrock, Test, and others? I'm not sure.
Yes. Yeah, he did.
Okay, there's your answer, Jamie. Yes, he did. All right, so my final thoughts are, I'm back, a little bit sleepy, but Tuesday night, my ugly face is back on the screen. I can't wait to see how angry my boy Kofi gets. Because he's not angry enough. Still has yet to get to the point where he's angry enough. We're going to see if they're going to quit. If they're going to pull a CM Punk on us on Tuesday night. So that's going to be interesting. Wednesday night again, I'll be back again. So I'm back. I'm kicking. I was sick over the week too, so that didn't help me at all. So I'm feeling better. My nose is stuffed, but ever since I opened up my window, I feel better. So I can't wait to Tuesday. Yeah, Tori, we're still praying, dog. Keep it pushing, bro. You know we got you.
Yeah, my thoughts go to Tori. My final thoughts are, you hate to hear what happened to Tori. For all of you that don't know, Tori had a family member that passed away. She is a United States Air Force veteran as well, his aunt. So thoughts and prayers go out to Tori, and we'll be talking to him tomorrow, as you all know that. And if he's not up to it, he may or may not be there tomorrow. But as always, we support our staff, we support our friends, our family. It's Resolution. We're one. We're staff. We're family. We're friends. And no one or two people are any better than anybody else, despite what some people might think.
I'm better than all of y'all.
Oh,
I'm joking.
The joke is AC Smooth winning a match.
Hey, the joke is my neck.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, on that note, other than that, we will continue to stay golden. AC Smooth, whether he likes it or not, is smooth and golden, and he better stay that way. Despite what those savage traders have to say.
What?
You heard what I said. You will stay golden.
I'm smooth AF, dog.
You're smooth and golden. You're a member of the Golden Powers because you agreed to join the Golden War. That little savage bitch thinks that he isn't fit to lead. Well, you wouldn't have joined him. You're a smart man. You wouldn't have joined him if you didn't think he wasn't fit to lead. So we'll talk more about that Tuesday. But on that note, let's get the hell up out of here so this man can get some sleep. Isaac can go back to watching, quality wrestling, and I can get back to doing what I do best, watching wrestling. I'll be back tomorrow night with Danny and Imai. Yes, for those of you that didn't know, weren't sure, it will be Danny and Imai up until WrestleMania. Other than that, peace, y'all.
Does he refer to himself as Imai Drake when he does his intro? This is my Drake. Yeah.
Yeah, he sounds a little stiffer than that, but yeah.
He's got to work on that. But again, you guys stay smooth. We're definitely going to see you all later.